I have seen death. Wildfire kills fast, kills ugly, kills indiscriminately. I have watched flames consume entire forests in hours. I have seen people make stupid, heroic choices and die for nothing. I have seen others panic and get everyone killed. So when I saw the first infected, I didn't panic. I didn't deny it. I recognized it. This was a wildfire, except it fed on flesh instead of trees. My name is Brennan Cross. I am 34 years old, and I have been a wildland firefighter for 12 years. Hotshot crew, the guys who go into the worst fires, the ones everyone else evacuates from. Before that, I was an EMT for 4 years. I am trained to assess emergencies, make decisions under pressure, and accept that not everyone can be saved. That training kept me alive when the world ended. The 15th of October, 2024, I was on leave, 2 weeks off after fire season, visiting my brother Tyler in Cascade Falls, a small mountain town in Oregon. Population 800, the kind of place where everyone knows everyone, where nothing ever happens until everything happened at once. It was my nephew Owen's 8th birthday. Tyler and his wife Jenna had organized a backyard party, just family cake. Presents. Owen was excited about some Lego set. I would brought him a camping knife, taught him how to use it safely. Tyler had given me shit about it. He is 8, Brennan. That is too young for a knife. I had one at 8. You did too. Yeah, and you almost cut your finger off. Almost didn't. That is how you learn. Jenna laughed. You two never change. We were sitting on Tyler's deck watching Owen play in the yard when the news alert came through. Tyler's phone, my phone, Jenna's phone, all at once. Emergency violence reported in Portland metro area. Authorities responding. Avoid downtown. Probably a protest, Tyler said. You know how Portland gets. But I didn't think so. I had been an EMT. I knew what emergency alerts sounded like when shit was actually hitting the fan. Turn on the news, I said. Tyler did. Local Portland station. The anchor looked scared professional, but scared. Multiple reports of violent attacks across the metro area. Witnesses describe aggressive behavior. Victims becoming violent within minutes. CDC has issued a statement advising people to stay indoors. The feed cut to shaky phone footage. A street in downtown Portland. People running. A woman in a business suit chasing a man. She caught him. Bit into his neck. He screamed. She didn't stop. Jesus Christ, Jenna whispered. The man stopped screaming, stood up. His eyes were wrong, clouded, white film over normal eyes. He turned and started chasing someone else. Brennan. Tyler looked at me. What are we seeing? I had done emergency response training, infectious disease protocols, mass casualty scenarios. I knew what this looked like. Outbreak, I said. Fast moving. Infection through fluid contact. We need to. That is when we heard the screaming. Not from the television. From outside, I moved to the fence, looked over. 2 houses down. Tyler's neighbor, Mrs. Chen, retired teacher, sweet lady who brought cookies at Christmas, was screaming. Her husband was on the ground. Someone was on top of him, attacking him. Not someone, something. I recognized the jerky movements, the clouded eyes, the complete absence of human behavior. Stay with Owen, I told Tyler. Lock the doors. I will assess. Brennan. Wait, but I was already moving, not running. Running attracts attention. I walked quickly, scanning for threats, analyzing the situation like I had been trained. Size up, 1 infected attacking Mr. Chen. Mrs. Chen panicking. No other threats visible. But if this was happening here, it was happening everywhere. Assess hazards. Infected appear aggressive. Attracted to movement, face sound. Biting transmits infection. Mr. Chen was already bitten, scratch on his arm. Blood. Decide action. Mr. Chen was already infected. Mrs. Chen was in danger. Eliminate threat. Get her to safety. Return to Tyler. I grabbed a garden hoe leaning against the Chen's fence, approached from behind. The infected couldn't tell who it had been. Maybe a teenager. Delivery driver was too focused on Mr. Chen to notice me. I swung. Hard. Firefighter strength. The hoe connected with the infected skull. It dropped. Mrs. Chen was sobbing. Help him, please. Help my husband. I knelt next to Mr. Chen. The bite was deep, bleeding heavily. His eyes were already starting to cloud. Madam, I am sorry. He is infected. You need to get inside. Lock your doors. Stay away from windows. No. He just needs a doctor. Please. I have done triage. You learn fast. Some people can be saved. Some cannot. Wasting resources on lost causes gets everyone killed. Mr. Chen grabbed my arm. His grip was wrong. Too strong. Desperate. I am sorry, I said. I used the garden hoe again. Mrs. Chen screamed. You killed him. Oh God, you killed him. He was already dead. Infection takes minutes. I stopped the threat. I stood. Get inside now. Lock every door and window. Don't open for anyone unless you are certain they are not infected. I left her there and jogged back to Tyler's house. Tyler met me at the door, pale. Brennan, what the fuck is happening? Outbreak. Infectious disease, transmitted through bites, probably other bodily fluids. Progression is fast, minutes, not hours. We need to evacuate. Now. Evacuate to where? My fire station. I have an emergency cache there, supplies, equipment, communications gear. Then we get out of town, head to the mountains where population density is low. Shouldn't we help the neighbors? Call 911? Number 911 is overwhelmed or dead. Neighbors are on their own. We help ourselves first. That is cold. That is triage. Tyler. I don't have time to explain. Get Jenna and Owen. Pack essentials only: food, water, medicine, warm clothes. 5 minutes. Go. Jenna was already moving. She had heard everything. He knows what he is doing. Tyler hesitated, then nodded. Okay. 5 minutes. I went to my truck, grabbed my go bag. I always kept one packed, old EMT habit. Checked my supplies. First aid kit, water filtration, emergency blanket, multi-tool, flashlight, spare batteries, and my Glock 19, loaded, one in the chamber. Sirens were echoing across town now, gunfire in the distance, screaming. Tyler came out carrying Owen. Jenna had 2 backpacks. Is this enough? She asked. It will do. Get in the truck, Owen. You are in the middle. Jenna, passenger side. Tyler, you drive your car. Follow me. If we get separated, meet at the fire station on Route 22. You remember where? Yeah, Brennan. Is this real? Are we really? Yes. Let's move. We pulled out of the driveway. The street was chaos. People running, cars speeding. I saw 3 infected in the first block, 10 in the second. The infection was spreading exponentially. I had fought wildfires. I knew what exponential growth looked like. Once a fire reaches critical mass, you cannot stop it. You can only evacuate and let it burn itself out. This fire fed on people, and it was burning fast. Owen was crying in the back seat. Not loud, quiet, scared crying. The kind that breaks your heart. Hey, kiddo, I said, keeping my voice calm. You remember what I taught you about camping? About staying calm in emergencies? Yeah, good. We are in an emergency now, but we are going to stay calm, stay smart, and stay together. You trust me? Yeah, then trust this. I am going to keep you safe. Your dad's going to keep you safe. We are all going to make it. But I need you to be brave. Can you do that? I think so. That is my guy. It wasn't entirely true. I couldn't promise we would all make it. But Owen needed hope, and I needed him calm. The fire station was 3 miles away. Normally a 5-minute drive tonight. It took 20. We had to detour around gridlocked intersections, avoid infected clusters, navigate through panicking crowds. Tyler's car stayed behind me the whole way. Good, he was keeping his head. We reached the station at 7:47 p.m. The big garage doors were closed. I had a key, all senior firefighters did. I unlocked the side entrance, and we piled inside. The station was empty. The trucks were gone. Crews must have responded to emergency calls. But my cash was here. Locker 7. I opened it. Inside, 3 weeks of Mister's water purification tablets, medical supplies, camping gear, rope, flares, and most importantly, a detailed map of the Cascade Range, marked with emergency shelters, water sources, and defensible positions. Grab everything, I told Tyler and Jenna. Load it in both vehicles. We have got maybe 10 minutes before infected find us here. Tyler started loading. Jenna helped. Owen sat on a bench clutching his new Lego set. I heard glass breaking. Front of the station. Something was trying to get in. Move faster, I said. We loaded both vehicles in 8 minutes. I did a final sweep, grabbed extra blankets, flashlights, a fire axe, old habits. The infected broke through the front window as we were pulling out, 5 of them, fast ones. Recent infections. I gunned it. Tyler followed. We left the station, left the town, left civilization. Cascade Falls was burning. Not with fire. With infection. Where are we going? Jenna asked. Lookout point. Old fire watchtower in the Cascades. 20 miles east. Elevation 7,000 feet. Defensible, isolated. Good sight lines. We hole up there, assess the situation. Make a plan. Do you think the government number? This is too fast. Government response takes days. This took hours. We are on our own. Tyler's voice came through my radio. We had switched to firefighter frequency. Brennan, are we going to survive this? If we stay smart, stay mobile, and don't do anything stupid. Yeah, we will survive. I believed it. Not because I was optimistic, because I was trained. Wildfires don't kill prepared firefighters. Panic kills. Stupidity kills. Heroic gestures kill. I wasn't going to panic. I wasn't going to be stupid. And I definitely wasn't going to be a hero. I was going to survive. And I was going to keep my family alive. That was the only math that mattered. We reached Lookout Point at 9:30 p.m. The drive should have taken 30 minutes. But we had to navigate dark back roads, avoid other fleeing vehicles, and detour around an overturned semi that was leaking infected like a broken anthill. The tower was exactly as I remembered. 50 feet tall, steel construction, small cabin at the top, with 360-degree windows, accessible only by external ladder, defensible as hell. We are climbing that? Jenna looked up at the tower, skeptical. It is the safest position in 20 miles. Infected cannot climb ladders, no fine motor control. Animals cannot reach us. And we can see threats coming from any direction. What about supplies? We have to carry everything up that ladder. Yeah, it will take a few trips. But we are not getting ambushed up there. We made 4 trips. Tyler and I did the heavy lifting. Jenna and Owen carried lighter items. By midnight, we had everything in the cabin: food, water, medical supplies, blankets, weapons. The cabin was small, maybe 12 by 12 feet, built for one fire lookout. Not a family of 4, but it had a wood stove, a rainwater collection system, and solar panels that still worked. Owen fell asleep immediately, exhausted. Jenna made him a bed using blankets and our packs. Tyler and I took first watch. "You think anyone else made it?" Tyler asked, staring out the windows into darkness. "Some, the smart ones, the prepared ones, but most." Number. "Jesus, Brennan. That is dark. That is realistic." Emergency response 101. Most people freeze in crisis. They wait for instructions. They hope someone saves them. That gets them killed. So we just abandon everyone. We help who we can without dying ourselves. That is not abandonment. That is triage. Tyler was quiet for a long time. Then, "When did you become so cold?" "I am not cold. I am a firefighter. We do triage every day. Save who you can. Accept who you cannot. That is not cold. That is professional. It feels cold. Would you rather I got us killed trying to save strangers? Because that is what heroes do. And heroes die. So we are not heroes. Number, we are survivors. There is a difference." Another silence. Then Tyler said, "I am glad you are here. I would be dead without you, probably. But you are smart. You would have figured something out. I don't know. I teach high school English. I am not exactly trained for apocalypse. You are adaptable. That matters more than training. You listened when I said move. You didn't argue. You kept Owen calm. That is survival skills. Thanks, I guess. I meant it." Tyler was soft-taught Shakespeare and grammar, believed in the goodness of people, wanted to save everyone, but he wasn't stupid. He recognized when he was out of his depth and deferred to someone with expertise. That was smart. We took shifts. I slept from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Tyler took 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Jenna covered 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Owen slept when he could, which was most of the time shock, probably day 2, the 16th of October. Dawn revealed the scope of the disaster. From the tower, I could see for miles. Cascade Falls was visible to the west, smoke rising from multiple fires. No firefighters responding. The highway was clogged with abandoned vehicles. And everywhere, tiny figures moving with that distinctive infected shamble. "How many do you think are down there?" Jenna asked. "Hundreds, maybe thousands. Hard to tell. They are not moving like they are looking for food. They are just wandering. Probably low-level brain activity, enough motor function to walk but no higher reasoning. They will be attracted to stimuli, sound, movement, smell. But without those, they just exist. That is horrifying. That is nature. Viruses don't think. They just spread." Tyler was monitoring the radio, scanning through channels. Most were static. Some were automated emergency broadcasts. A few had voices. Repeat. Evacuation to FEMA sites is not avoid Portland Metro infected count estimated in the hundreds of thousands. Military response. Authorize shoot on site. Repeat. Shoot on site. No cure identified. CDC. Unable to. The broadcast degraded throughout the morning. By noon, only static remained. "That is it." Tyler looked shaken. "That is all the government has. 12 hours. Government is people. People panic. People get infected. System collapses fast. So there is no help coming. Number, we are it." Jenna sat down hard. "What do we do?" "Short term, stay here. Monitor the situation. Conserve supplies. Wait for infected to disperse. And long term, find other survivors. Form a group. Establish a defensible base with resources. Survive winter. That is your plan. Just survive? That is the only plan that matters." Owen woke up around 1 p.m. He would slept nearly 13 hours trauma exhaustion. "Uncle Brennan," he said quietly, "are the monsters gone?" "They are not monsters, Owen. They are sick people. And no, they are not gone. But we are safe up here." "Are we going home?" "No, buddy. Home isn't safe anymore. Where will we live? We will figure it out. But wherever we go, we will be together. That is what matters." He accepted that with the resilience of kids. Adults panic about losing homes, possessions, normalcy. Kids adapt. They just need stability and safety. We spent the day establishing routine. Food rationing 2 meals. Per Dalton Y. 1,200 calories each. Water conservation 1 liter per person. Per Dalton Y. Collected rainwater for washing. Waste management bucket system. Dump far from tower. Not comfortable, but sustainable. At 4 p.m. we saw movement. "Someone climbing the access road toward the tower infected?" Tyler asked. I grabbed binoculars. Number human, injured, moving slow. A woman, maybe mid-30s, limping badly, dried blood on her clothes. "Alone, should we help her?" Jenna asked. "Maybe." "Tyler, keep Owen inside." "Jenna, get the medical kit. I am going down to assess." I descended the ladder, keeping my Glock ready, approached cautiously. The woman saw me, raised her hands. "Please, I am not infected. I was bitten 3 hours ago, but I haven't turned. I think I am immune." "Immune, interesting. Show me the bite." She rolled up her sleeve, deep bite wound on her forearm. Definitely infected, you could see the teeth marks. But she was lucid, eyes clear, no aggression. "How long ago exactly?" 3 hours, 17 minutes. I have been timing it. Normal infection takes 15 to 45 minutes. I am way past that. 3 hours was well beyond normal infection time. Either she was immune, or she was lying. "What is your name, Kara?" "Kara Vaughn. I am Army. Medic. Deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. I know field medicine, combat first aid, triage protocols. I can be useful, that mattered." "Can you climb a ladder? If it means not being down here with infected?" "Yeah, I will climb." "Then come on. But if you show any symptoms, any at all, I am putting you down, understand?" "Understood." She followed me up the ladder. Tyler looked alarmed when we entered. "Brennan, is that safe? She could be infected, she could be. But she is 3 hours past normal turn time. And she has got medical training. We need a medic. Risk-free reward says bring her in." Jenna examined the bite. "This should have killed you, or turned you." "I know. Trust me. I am just as confused as you are. But I am alive. I am human, and I can help. So, let me help." Kira proved her value immediately. She looked at our supply situation and reorganized everything: better rationing system, proper medical inventory, waste management protocols. Within 2 hours, our tower went from chaotic refugee camp to organized survival station. "You have done this before," I observed. "Deployed to Fallujah for 8 months, forward operating base with 40 soldiers and limited supplies. You learn efficiency fast. Military, Army medic. 3 deployments. Then I came home, couldn't adjust to civilian life. Worked ER at Portland Hospital. That is where I was when outbreak hit. How would you escape? I didn't save anyone. The ER was overrun in minutes. I saw what was happening, grabbed a medical bag, and ran. Left patients, left colleagues, left everyone. Just ran. Smart. Cold, smart. I repeated. You cannot help dead patients, you ran. You survived, now you can help us. That is not cold, that is triage. She looked at me with new respect. You are military. Firefighter, EMT before that. But yeah, same mindset. Triage. Triage. Tyler was watching this exchange with something like horror. You two are talking about abandoning people like, it is nothing. It is not nothing, Kira said. It is survival math. I could have stayed in that ER, tried to save patients who were already infected. And I would be dead or turned. Instead, I am here. Alive. Able to help your family. That is not nothing. Tyler didn't respond. But I saw Jenna nodding. She understood. We spent the evening planning. Kira shared what she had seen in Portland: infection spread rate, infected behavior, survival tactics. I shared my firefighting knowledge, emergency protocols, resource management, leadership under pressure. By midnight, we had a working plan. Phase 1, Week 1, stay at tower, monitor situation, wait for infected to disperse. Phase 2, Week 24, scout nearby areas, find other survivors, assess resources. Phase 3, Month 2+, establish permanent base, form larger group, survive winter. Simple plan, Tyler said. Best plans are simple, I replied. Complex plans fall apart under stress. What if there are no other survivors? Then we are it. We adapt. And if we cannot find resources, then we die. But we haven't died yet, so we keep going. Owen was asleep in Jenna's arms. Tyler looked exhausted. Kira was nodding off. I took last watch, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. The tower was quiet. The night was clear. Below, infected wandered through the forest, mindless. I thought about Mrs. Chen, about the stranger I had left bleeding at the roadside during our escape, about the ER patients Kira abandoned. Tyler thought I was cold. Maybe I was, but I was alive. They were alive. Owen was alive. That was the only math that mattered. Day 7, the 22nd of October. The infected had mostly dispersed. Not gone, still visible in clusters, but no longer the dense swarms from day 1. They were spreading out, following sound, following movement, following whatever primitive instinct drove them. They are migrating, Kira observed. Like animals, looking for food sources. We are food sources, Tyler said. Yeah, but we are quiet food sources. Noise attracts them. That is why you don't see them clustered here. No stimulus. We had spent the week observing, learning, understanding our enemy infected behavior patterns. Fresh infected 0-24 hours. Fast, aggressive, coordinated enough to climb stairs. Open simple doors. Degraded infected 2+ days. Slower, less coordinated, but persistent, attracted to sound primary, movement secondary, smell possibly not attracted to, stationary people, quiet environments, killed by brain destruction, decapitation, complete body destruction. They are not zombies, I told the group. Zombies are fiction. These are infected humans. They follow biology. They need food, water. Eventually they will starve or dehydrate. They are not undead, they are dying. How long until they all die? Owen asked. Weeks, maybe months. Depends on how fast they burn through resources. So we just wait. Number. We start scouting. Find other survivors. Build a group. Because when infected thin out, other threats will move in. What other threats? Tyler asked. Animals, predators. They will reclaim territory fast once human population drops. And other survivors, some will be allies, some will be threats. You think people will turn on each other? People always turn on each other when resources get scarce. We need to find the good ones before the bad ones find us. That afternoon, Kira and I did first scout. Left Tyler and Jenna at the tower with Owen. Took my truck, enough fuel for 40 miles, and a plan to check nearby settlements. First stop, Cascade Falls, 3 miles west. The town was dead. Not infected, overrun, just empty. Cars abandoned. Buildings silent. The infected had moved on, following noise toward Portland or other population centers. We searched systematically, house by house, looking for supplies, survivors, anything useful. Found supplies, canned food, bottled water, medical supplies, ammunition. Loaded what we could carry. Found bodies, dozens. Some infected, some human, all dead. Found no survivors. Not in Cascade Falls. Population 800, I said. All dead or fled. That is complete societal collapse in 1 week. Is it like this everywhere? Kira asked. Probably cities are worse. Rural areas might have pockets of survivors, but civilization as we knew it, gone. We checked 3 more small towns. Same story. Death, destruction, silence. At the 4th town, Pinewood, population 300, we found survivors. Or they found us. We were loading supplies from a grocery store when 3 men appeared. Armed, rifles pointed at us. That is our supplies, the leader said. 40s, rough-looking, predatory body language. I assessed fast. 3 armed men versus 2 of us. They had position. They had numbers. Fighting was bad math. No problem, I said calmly. We will leave. Plenty of supplies in other towns. You are taking what is in your truck. Cannot do that. We have got people depending on these supplies. Not my problem. Bad math was getting worse. I ran scenarios. Scenario. A fight. 30% chance we win, 70% we die or get wounded. Scenario B. Give them supplies. 100% chance we survive. 100% we go hungry. Scenario C. Negotiate. Unknown odds. I chose C. How about trade? I said. We have got medical supplies, antibiotics, painkillers. You have got food. We trade. Everyone wins. The leader considered. Show me the medicine. Kira opened her medical bag, showed him bottles. His eyes widened. That is military-grade shit. Army medic, Kira said. I know what I grabbed. Trade, he decided. Half your medicine for keeping half your food deal. We made the trade, lost half our medical supplies but kept our food. They left, we left. Once we were back in the truck, Kira asked, why didn't we fight? Bad math. 3 armed men, unknown skill level, strong position. Even if we won, someone gets shot. Then we are wounded, bleeding, potentially infected from blood contact. Not worth it. So we just let them rob us. We traded. Different thing. Lost medicine we can replace. Kept food. Kept our lives. That is good math. You calculate everything. Everything that matters. Emotions get you killed. She was quiet for a while. Then, you are very pragmatic. I am a survivor. Survivors are pragmatic. We returned to the tower at 8 p.m. Tyler was furious when he learned about the confrontation. They robbed you at gunpoint, and you just let them? I negotiated. We walked away alive with most of our supplies. That is a win. A win, Brennan. They were criminals. They were desperate survivors, same as us. They had guns. We had guns. Nobody fired. Nobody died. That is optimal outcome. What if they come after us? They will not. We are not worth the risk. We gave them what they wanted. Threat neutralized. That is cowardice. That is intelligence. Courage is for heroes. Heroes die. Tyler stormed off. Jenna followed to calm him down. Kira sat beside me. He doesn't understand. He is a teacher. He teaches kids about honor, courage, doing the right thing. That worldview doesn't work anymore. Does it bother you that he thinks you are a coward? Number, I am alive. He is alive. Owen's alive. That is all that matters. Pragmatic. Effective. That night, I updated our survival strategy. Added new rule. Avoid conflict when possible. Trade when necessary. Fight only as last resort. Tyler called it cowardice. I called it math. And math was keeping us alive. Week 3, the 1st of November. Our tower camp had grown, not by choice, by necessity. Day 15, we encountered a family on the road: father, mother, 2 kids, ages 6 and 10, fleeing infected car out of gas. Desperate. Tyler wanted to help immediately. I assessed first. Can you pull your weight? I asked the father. Hunt, build, contribute. I was an electrician. I can fix equipment, wire systems, repair generators. Useful, you are in. But you work. Everyone works. No freeloaders. They joined us. The electrician, his name was Marcus, proved valuable immediately. Fixed our solar panels, improved our power efficiency, got our radio working better. Day 18, we found 2 more survivors, both women, early 20s, nurses from Portland Hospital. They had escaped together, been surviving in the woods. Medical training useful. Day 21, an older man stumbled into our camp, former park ranger. Name was Raymond, but everyone called him Ray. Wilderness expert, tracking, foraging, animal behavior. Extremely useful. By the 1st of November, we had 12 people, the group 1. Me, Brennan. Leadership, strategy, firefighting expertise. 2. Tyler, education, morale, moral. Compass 3. Jenna, organization, logistics, inventory 4. Owen kid, needs protection 5. Kira, medical, combat training. Second in command 6. Marcus, electrical, technical repairs. 7. His wife Lisa, cooking, childcare 8. Their kids Emma 10, Jake 6. Kids need protection 9. Ashley and Rachel, nurses, medical support 10. Ray wilderness survival, hunting, tracking 11-12. 2 others, competent but unmemorable 12 people was too many for the tower. We needed a better base. Ray suggested there is an old ski lodge 20 miles north. Abandoned since 2019, but structures solid, elevation 8,000 feet. Above mosquito line, defensible, multiple buildings. I scouted it last week. It is perfect. Infected? Saw 3. Easy to clear. Resources? Lodge has equipment, tools, propane tanks, and there is a stream nearby, fresh water. I made the decision, we move in 3 days. Scout it first, clear infected, then relocate the group. Tyler pulled me aside. Shouldn't we vote on this? Number voting slows decisions. I am making the call. Anyone who doesn't like it can leave. That is autocratic. That is efficient. Democracy is great for peacetime. This isn't peacetime. When did you become a dictator? I am not a dictator. I am a crew boss. On a hotshot crew, the crew boss makes decisions and everyone follows. That keeps people alive. Same principle here. But we are not firefighters. You are now. We moved to the ski lodge on the 4th of November. The relocation went smoothly. Everyone carried supplies. No one complained. We cleared the 3 infected. Ray distracted. I killed them with a fire axe. And by evening we were settled. The lodge was massive. Main building had 20 rooms. Separate bunkhouse. Equipment shed. All of it worn but usable. This is home now, I announced. We fortify, we gather resources. We survive winter. Spring, we expand. Questions. No one questioned. They had learned. I made good decisions. Following me kept them alive. That night, Kira found me on the lodge deck. I was doing perimeter check. "You have created something here," she said. "I created survival. That is all. It is more than that. You have got 12 people organized, functional, alive. That is leadership. That is efficiency. Why cannot it be both?" I thought about it. Because leadership implies I care about inspiring people. I don't. I care about results. If people follow me, great. If they don't, they leave. Either way, I get results. You care more than you admit. Maybe, but caring doesn't save lives. Decisions save lives. She moved closer. "For what it is worth, I think you are doing it right. Hard choices, clear thinking, no bullshit. That is rare. You have seen combat. You get it. I do. And I am glad you are making these calls." Not Tyler. Tyler's a good man. Tyler's a good man who would get everyone killed trying to save everyone. You are a pragmatist who saves who you can. I know which one I am following. There was something in her tone. Not just respect. Something else. "Kira, I am not suggesting anything. Just stating facts. You keep me alive. I appreciate that." She left. I stayed on the deck, thinking. Tyler thought I was cold. Kira thought I was right. Both were correct. I was cold, I was right, and I was keeping everyone alive. That was enough. Month 2, the 15th of November. Our ski lodge community was thriving, relatively speaking. We had established systems, food. Ray taught hunting. We caught deer, rabbits, birds. Supplemented with canned supplies from town raids. Everyone 8,500 calories fee day. Not abundance, but sustainable. Water stream nearby. Purified through filters. Marcus rigged up infinite supply. Security. Rotating watch. 2 people. 4-hour shifts. Perimeter alarms. Tripwires with bells. Low-tech but effective. Medical. Kira ran clinic. Ashley and Rachel assisted. Basic treatments, wound care, illness management. Shelter, everyone had a room. Heat from wood stoves, plenty of dead trees nearby. Not luxury, but warm. Work, everyone contributed. Hunting, gathering, cooking, repairs, childcare. No freeloaders. Population, 12 people, stable, morale, adequate, survival probability. High. Then the first hard choice came. Marcus found someone on the road during supply run. Woman, maybe 40. Badly injured. Leg broken, infected wound. Not the virus, just regular bacterial infection from dirty injury. Delirious from fever. Marcus brought her back. Tyler immediately started preparing to help her. I assessed the situation. Kira, prognosis. Kira examined the woman. Compound fracture, septic shock from infection. She needs surgery to set the bone and IV antibiotics for the infection. Even then, survival odds are maybe 40%. How much medicine would that use? Half our antibiotics, all our painkillers. And how many people could those antibiotics treat for minor infections? 10, maybe more. I did the math. We let her die. Tyler exploded. What, Brennan? We can save her. Maybe 40% odds, using half our medicine. Medicine that could save multiple people with better survival chances. She is a person. She is a stranger. Our people come first. Our people, when did we become tribal? The second we formed this group. Kira, make her comfortable. Painkillers, only the pills. Not the IV antibiotics. Tyler with me outside. On the deck, Tyler got in my face. You cannot just let her die. I can. I am. It is triage. It is murder. It is math. We have limited medicine. She is a low probability save. Our people might need that medicine later. I prioritize them. What if it was Jenna or Owen? Would you let them die? Of course not. Because they are mine. I know them. I care about them, that woman. She is nobody. Jesus Christ. Brennan, when did you become so cold? I am not cold. I am realistic. You want to know the truth. In a hospital, this is what triage looks like. You have one trauma room, 2 critical patients. You pick the one with best survival odds. The other dies. That is medicine. That is survival. This isn't a hospital. Yes, it is. This whole world is a hospital, and we are in triage every day. Tyler stared at me. I don't know you anymore. Yes, you do. You just don't like what you are seeing. He walked away. The woman died that night. Septic shock. Tyler refused to speak to me for 3 days. But our medicine stayed stocked. And a week later, when Jake Marcus's 6-year-old got pneumonia, Kira had antibiotics to save him. Jake lived because the woman died. That was triage. Tyler eventually came around. Not because he agreed, because he saw Jake recover and understood. I hate that you were right, he said. I hate it too. But being right keeps us alive. When does it end? The hard choices? Never. This is life now. He walked away again, but he didn't argue anymore. Month 3, the 20th of December. Winter hit hard. Snow piled up 3 feet, then 5 feet, then 7 feet. Temperature dropped to 10°F at night. The lodge was insulated, but heat was constant struggle. Hunting became nearly impossible. Animals were hibernating or had migrated. We were living on stored food, and stores were running low. We need to raid more towns, I said at group meeting, before snow makes roads impassable. That is risky, Marcus pointed out. Infected are still out there. Roads are dangerous. Starving is more dangerous. We need at least another month of food. I am taking a team. 3 people. Me, Kira, Ray. We leave tomorrow. I am coming, Tyler said. Number, you stay with Owen. He is 8. He can handle a day without me. I am coming. You need 4 people for better coverage, I assessed. Tyler wasn't trained, but he was competent. Extra hands were useful. Fine, but you follow orders. No arguments. No heroics. Agreed. The next morning, we took Marcus's pickup, better for snow, and headed to a town 15 miles away. Small place, population maybe 500, likely abandoned. It was. We found a grocery store, mostly looted, but some supplies remained. Canned vegetables, dried beans, flour, sugar. We loaded what we could. That is when we heard it. Crying. Child crying. There, Ray pointed. Back room of the store. We approached carefully. Found a little girl, maybe 5 years old, huddled under a desk. Alone, terrified. Hey, sweetie, Kira said gently. It is okay. We are not going to hurt you. Where are your parents? The girl pointed to the front of the store. We looked. 2 bodies, adult female and male. Infected bites, dead for days. She has been here alone, Tyler whispered. Looks like it, I said. We have to take her. I assessed. 5-year-old child. No skills, no strength. Just another mouth to feed. Dead weight. No, I said. What? Tyler looked at me like I had grown a second head. She is not our responsibility. We take her. We are caring for someone who cannot contribute. That is a net drain on resources. She is a child, Brennan. She is a stranger's child. Not our problem. You cannot be serious. I am completely serious. We have 12 people. Limited food. Adding someone who cannot hunt, cannot work, cannot contribute. That is bad math. Kira stepped forward, Brennan. She is 5. We cannot just leave her. We can. We will. Number. Tyler's voice was hard. No, we are not. She comes with us or I stay with her. Choose, I calculated. Tyler was Owen's father. Losing Tyler meant losing Jenna. She had followed him. That fractured the group. That was worse than feeding a 5-year-old. Fine. She comes, but she is your responsibility. You feed her from your rations deal. We took the girl. Her name was Lily. She didn't speak much trauma, probably. Tyler carried her. She clung to him like a lifeline. Back at the lodge, Jenna welcomed her immediately. Set her up with warm clothes, food, a safe space. Owen was excited to have another kid around. I pulled Tyler aside. This is on you. She is your problem. She is a child who needs help. She is a resource drain. If food runs short, she eats last, behind everyone else. You are a bastard. I am a pragmatist. There is a difference. Over the next week, something unexpected happened. Lily became part of the group. The other kids played with her. Jenna and Lisa shared childcare. Even grumpy old Ray smiled when she called him Grandpa Ray. And Tyler watched me with this look of vindication. Like he had proven something. Maybe he had. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe taking Lily was good for morale. Maybe morale mattered more than I calculated. Or maybe we just got lucky. Either way, Lily stayed. And I made a mental note. Sometimes the math is more complicated than calories and labor. Month 4, the 15th of January. We had survived 3 months. 12 people. Now 13, with Lily, all alive. No infections, no deaths. We had beaten the odds. Then we encountered our first real threat. Not infected, not animals, other humans. A group approached the lodge on the 15th of January at 2 p.m. 7 people armed, rough-looking. Leader was a man in his 40s, bearded, wearing a leather jacket that had seen better days. I met them at the perimeter. Kira and Ray with me, armed. Help you? I asked. Heard you got a nice setup here, the leader said. His name was Cole. We learned later. Food, heat, medicine. We are looking to join. We are full. Keep moving. Wasn't asking permission. The 7 of them spread out, flanking positions. This was robbery or attempted takeover. I assessed 7 armed men versus our 12, but 5 of ours were kids feigning combatants. They had element of surprise. We had knowledge of terrain. Bad math either way. You have got 2 choices, I said calmly. Walk away now or die here. Cole laughed. Big words for a man surrounded. I am a wildland firefighter. I have fought fires that moved faster than you can run. I have made decisions under pressure that kept crews alive in hell. You are not scary. You are predictable. Predictable. You are desperate. Low on food, cold, hoping to intimidate us into giving up. But you don't want to fight. Fighting means casualties. You cannot afford casualties. So you will posture, threaten, hope we fold, but we will not. So you will either leave or attack. If you attack, we kill you. Simple math. Cole's smile faded. You cannot take all of us. Number, but I will kill you first. Then your second, then maybe 2 more before you kill me, and my people will kill the rest of you. End result. We both lose everyone. That is lose-lose. Dumb math, Cole calculated. He was a predator, but predators are pragmatic. Bad odds make them walk. Fine, we leave, but we will remember this place. Do that. And remember, I am very good at finding people. You come back, I will find you, and I will kill you before you reach the lodge. Firefighter skills translate well to tracking. They left. Tyler and Marcus joined us as they disappeared into the trees. That was risky, Marcus said. What if they had attacked? They wouldn't predators or cowards. Show them you are too much trouble. They move on. What if you were wrong? Then we had fight and win. We have prepared positions. They are cold and desperate. We had win. You were bluffing. Number I was calculating. Bluffing is lying. I was assessing odds and communicating them honestly. He chose to believe me. Smart man, Kira was impressed. You called his bluff by not bluffing, exactly. Honesty is the best weapon. Lies require upkeep. Truth is self-sustaining. But I wasn't naive. Cole would be back, or he would attack other groups. He was a predator. Predators don't reform. They get eliminated. 2 days later, Ray and I tracked Cole's group, found their camp 3 miles away. 7 of them, poorly defended, arguing about supplies. We watched for an hour, learned their routines, confirmed they were raiders. They would hit 2 other camps, killed people, stolen supplies. What do? Ray asked. We eliminate them, kill them. Yes, they are threats. Leaving threats alive comes back to bite you. We kill them, problem solved. That is murder. That is defense, preemptive. They will attack someone, if not us, someone weaker. We have opportunity to stop them. You are not a killer, Brennan. I am a pragmatist. Killing them saves lives. That is math. Ray was quiet. Then, if we do this, we do it clean. No torture, no cruelty. Agreed. We planned carefully, waited until night. Cole's group slept in shifts to awake, 5 sleeping. Bad discipline. Ray and I split up. He took 1 guard. I took the other. Simultaneous kills, knife, quick, silent. Then we moved through the camp. Killed the 5 sleeping. Never woke up painless. 7 dead in 8 minutes. We burned the camp. Made it look like accident. No evidence. Returned to the lodge at dawn. Tyler asked where we had been. Scouting, I said. Checking for threats. Find any. Number all clear. It was true. All threats were eliminated. Kira knew. She saw it in my eyes. Didn't say anything. Just nodded. Tyler never learned. Marcus never learned. They didn't need to know. Sometimes leadership means carrying weight alone. Month 5. The 10th of February. Spring was approaching. Snow was melting. Weather was warming. And the infected were becoming more active. We had seen it gradually over weeks, infected moving more. Grouping up, adapting. The stupid ones had died off over winter. Starvation, exposure, predators. What remained were survivors. Intelligent infected. They are learning, Ray reported after a scouting mission. Saw a group of 20 working together. Hunting deer cooperatively, using tools, sticks, rocks, and they are avoiding us. Like they recognize we are dangerous. How intelligent are we talking? I asked. Not human, but not mindless either. Chimpanzee level maybe. They problem solve, communicate, avoid threats. This changed everything. If they are intelligent, they will organize. Eventually attack. We need to prepare. We fortified the lodge, built barriers, set traps, established kill zones, stockpiled weapons, axes, spears, bows. Ray was teaching archery. On the 15th of February, they came. 30 infected. Moving together, purposefully, surrounding the lodge. This is coordinated, Kira said, watching from the window. They are testing defenses. Then we show them we are not prey. I organize defense. Adults on walls. Kids in basement. Weapons distributed. The infected probed, tested barriers, looked for weaknesses, found none. Then they attacked. Not mindlessly, strategically. Half attacked front. Half attacked back. Classic pincer maneuver. We defended bows, spears, axes. Kira and I led each side. We killed 10 before they retreated. Why did they retreat? Tyler asked. Because we proved we are too costly. 10 dead for 0 gains. Bad math. They will move on to easier targets, but they will be back. Eventually. But now they know we fight smart. That buys us time. Among the dead infected, I noticed something. One of them had a necklace homemade, threaded with beads decoration. That meant art. That meant culture. They are not just intelligent, I said. They are becoming people. Different people, but people. What does that mean for us? Kira asked. Means we might be able to negotiate. Eventually negotiate with infected. Why not? If they are smart enough to attack strategically. They are smart enough to make deals. It was theoretical, but worth considering. Month 6, the 1st of March. 6 months since outbreak. Our group had grown to 15. 2 more survivors joined. Both useful, 1 mechanic, 1 teacher. We had established trade with another settlement, 10 miles east. They had farmland. We had medicine. We traded. Both benefited. Civilization was reforming, small, fragile, but real. Tyler was teaching kids. Lily, Owen, Emma, Jake, regular lessons, math, reading, history, maintaining knowledge. Why? I asked him. They need survival skills, not algebra, because knowledge is survival. If we lose education, we lose everything that made us human. Being human didn't stop the apocalypse. But it might build something better after. He had a point. Maybe life was almost normal. Dangerous, harsh, but normal. We had routines. We had purpose. We had hope. Then Tyler got infected. The 8th of March, supply run. Tyler and Marcus. They were gathering firewood when infected ambushed them. 3 infected. Tyler killed 2. The 3rd bit him. Marcus killed it. Brought Tyler back. The bite was on his forearm. Deep blood running down his arm. Kira, I yelled. Medical emergency. She came running. Saw the bite. Her face went white. How long ago? She asked Tyler. 5 minutes, maybe 6. Then you have 10 minutes, maybe 15. Tyler looked at me. Brennan, I need you to do something. What? When I turn. When I am not me anymore. You need to kill me. Before I hurt anyone. Tyler, promise me. Please, don't let me hurt Jenna or Owen, promise. I promised. Jenna was sobbing. Owen was crying. Tyler held them both. I love you, he told them. Always. Remember that, Daddy. No, Owen cried. Be strong, Owen. Uncle Brennan will take care of you. Listen to him, okay? Okay, Jenna. I am sorry. I love you. Take care of our boy. I love you too. 15 minutes after the bite, Tyler started convulsing. His eyes were clouding. He was turning now. He gasped. Brennan. Now. I walked him outside. Away from the kids. Kira and Ray followed. Tyler was shaking, fighting it. Losing. Make it quick, he said. Please. I raised my gun. You were always the strong one, Tyler said. His voice barely human now. Stay strong, but don't lose yourself. Those were his last words as Tyler. Then his eyes clouded completely. He lunged at me. I shot him. 1 round. Clean. He dropped. Tyler was gone. I stood there, gun still raised, staring at my brother's body. I am sorry, I whispered. Kara touched my shoulder. You did what he asked, what he needed. I killed my brother. You saved everyone else. That is triage. Triage. Always triage. We buried him that night. Everyone attended. Tyler had been moral center of the group. Teacher, father, brother. Owen didn't speak for 3 days. Jenna cried for a week. I didn't cry. Couldn't. If I started, I wouldn't stop. Instead, I made a promise. to Tyler's grave, to myself. I would keep Owen alive. I would keep Jenna alive. I would keep everyone alive. That is what Tyler would want. That was triage. That was all I had left. Month 8, May 1st, 2 months since Tyler died. The grief hadn't faded, but it had become manageable, functional. Owen stayed close to me now. I was his father figure. I taught him survival skills: fire starting, tracking, self-defense. He learned fast, smart kid. Tyler's son. Our settlement had grown to 20 people. Too many for the lodge. We expanded, built cabins nearby, established farms, created infrastructure. We weren't a camp anymore. We were a community, and communities attract attention. On May 1st, a military convoy arrived. 12 soldiers, National Guard, led by a lieutenant named Jackson Hayes. We are establishing a civilian protection zone, Lieutenant Hayes explained. Government's reforming. CDC's working on a vaccine. We are gathering survivors, relocating them to safe zones. Where? I asked. Fob Sentinel, 50 miles south. Fortified military base, 5,000 survivors. Power, water, medicine, real civilization. It sounded too good to be true. What is the catch? I asked. No catch, just safety. You would be under military protection and military authority. It is martial law, yes, but temporary, until crisis is over. I looked at my people. They were hopeful, tired of struggling, wanting safety. Give me time to discuss with my community, I said. Lieutenant Hayes nodded. Take your time. We will be here 3 days. Then we move on. That night, I gathered everyone. We vote, I said. Stay here, independent, or go with military, protected but controlled. I vote go, Marcus said. My kids deserve safety, real safety. I vote stay, Kira said. I have seen military operations fail. We are safer here. The vote split. 10 wanted to go, 10 wanted to stay. Everyone looked at me. Brennan, Jenna asked, what do you think? I thought about it. Calculated risks. Option A, go with military. Pro, protection, resources, medical care. Con, loss of autonomy, dependent on system that already failed. Once option B, stay independent, pro-freedom, self-sufficiency. Control, con, harder survival, constant threat. Both had merit. Both had risk. I vote stay, I said. But anyone who wants to go can go. I will not stop you. Half the community left. Marcus and his family, Ashley and Rachel, the mechanic, others. 10 people gone. 10 people stayed. Me, Kira, Ray, Jenna, Owen, Lily, and 4 others. Lieutenant Hayes left with the defectors, promised to return if things went bad. 3 weeks later, we heard Fob Sentinel was overrun. Infected got inside. 5,000 dead. Marcus and his family were dead. The ones who stayed with me were alive. You knew, Kira said quietly. I suspected. Big populations attract infected. Military discipline breaks down under prolonged stress. It was only a matter of time. Did you tell people? I shared my concerns. They chose. That is on them. You could have ordered them to stay. I am not a dictator. I am a crew boss. I make suggestions. They follow or they don't. Half of them died because they didn't follow. Half of them died because they chose wrong. That is freedom. It comes with consequences. She was quiet. Then, I am glad I chose you. Same. Our community was smaller now. 10 people, but more cohesive. Everyone who remained had chosen pragmatism over hope, chosen survival over safety. We rebuilt, stronger. Month 10, the 15th of July. Summer brought new challenges: heat, insects, fungal blooms. We lost Ray to fungal infection. He had explored a cave, breathed spores, died within days. Painful, inevitable. Before he died, he gave me his journal. Decades of wilderness knowledge. Plant identification, animal behavior, survival tips. Don't waste this, he said. Teach the next generation, I promised. Ray's death hit hard. He had been mentor, friend, wise elder. But we kept going. That is what survivors do. Month 12, the 20th of September. 1 year since outbreak. Population, 10 down from 20 losses. Tyler, Ray, Marcus, and family. Others gains, stability, self-sufficiency, competence. We held a memorial. Listed names of the dead, honored their memory. Then we moved forward, because that is survival month 14. The 1st of November we encountered the first intelligent infected who could speak. His name had been David, biologist, turned month 2. But retained cognition somehow. I am Watcher, he said. His speech slow but clear. I watch humans. I learn. Why? I asked. Because I remember being human. I remember science. Curiosity. I want to understand. What happened? To me. To us. You are infected, yes. But I think. Therefore I am. Still person. Just different. He wasn't wrong. He was damaged, changed. But still cognitive, still moral, still person. What do you want? I asked. Cooperation. My group and your group hunt together, share resources, coexist. Your group, 30 evolved infected, like me, intelligent, peaceful. We don't attack humans, we want to survive, like you. I calculated. 30 infected allies versus 30 infected enemies. Easy math deal, I said. Kira was skeptical. We are allying with infected. We are allying with intelligent beings who happen to be infected. There is a difference. Some of our people will not accept this. Then they leave. But I am done fighting wars. We don't need to fight. Infected, animals. Humans, we are all just trying to survive. Anyone who doesn't threaten us gets to live. The alliance worked. Watchers group hunted. We provided medicine, both thrived. Some survivors left, disgusted. You are betraying humanity, one said. I am choosing pragmatism, I replied. Survival isn't about tribalism, it is about efficiency. Month 18. The 1st of March, 18 months, year and a half. Our hybrid community, 6 humans, 12 evolved infected, was thriving. Watcher had learned more language, could hold full conversations now. Brennan, he said one day. Why help us? We infected because you are rational. You don't attack us, you contribute. That makes you allies. But we killed humans before, when we were mindless. You weren't, you then. Brain damage from virus. Not your fault. You don't hate us. I don't hate anyone. Hate is emotional. I am practical. You are useful. That is all that matters. He laughed, awkward, broken sound, but laugh. You strange human, but good human. I am not good. I am effective. Same thing sometimes. Maybe he was right. 5 years later, October 2029. I am 39 now. Owen is 13. Jenna is still with us. Kira and I are together, not romantic partnership. Just functional one. We work well together. Our community has grown to 80 humans and 40 evolved infected. We built something real. Farms, schools, infrastructure. Tyler's school is named after him. Owen teaches there sometimes, keeping his father's legacy alive. Watcher leads the infected. I lead the humans. We cooperate. It is not perfect. There are conflicts, disagreements, but we resolve them without violence because violence is inefficient. Last week, Owen asked me, "Uncle Brennan, were you a good person?" I don't know. I made hard choices. Some were right, some were wrong, but I kept you alive. That is enough for me. Dad would be proud. Your dad was better than me. He believed in saving everyone. I only believed in saving who I could. But maybe that is okay too. It is okay. You did what you had to. That is not evil. That is survival. Smart kid, Tyler's son. I recorded final log that night. This is Brennan Cross. 5 years after outbreak. I am not going to tell you I am a hero. I am not. I left people to die. I made choices that haunt me. I killed when I had to. I let others die when saving them meant losing my own. But I am also not a monster. I helped when I could. I protected the innocent. I built something that lasts. I kept my nephew alive in a world that wants him dead. Here is what I learned. Survival isn't about being the strongest or the smartest. It is about being realistic. Know your limits. Accept your losses. Save who you can, not who you wish you could. Don't be a hero. Heroes die. Don't be a villain. Villains get killed. Be pragmatic. Be decisive. Be honest about your priorities. I am not a good man, but I am an effective one. And I am still here. Brennan Cross. Out. If you have made it this far, thank you for following Brennan Cross's story. He is not like most apocalypse survivors. He didn't become a hero. He didn't transform into a villain. He stayed pragmatic, stayed calculated, and stayed alive. But here is the question I want to leave you with. Was Brennan right? He let people die to save his own. He killed without guilt. He made cold, mathematical choices that prioritized survival over compassion. Some would call that monstrous. He kept Tyler from saving Lily initially. He refused to waste medicine on a dying stranger. He preemptively killed Cole and his raiders. Others would call it necessary. He kept his people alive. He built a thriving community. He adapted when heroes died trying to save everyone. So what do you think? Drop your answer in the comments. Was Brennan a monster who abandoned basic humanity for survival? Or was he a realist who understood that you cannot save everyone? So save who you can. There is no right answer. That is what makes it interesting. And here's the follow-up. If you were in Brennan's position, which of his choices would you have made differently? Would you have taken Lily immediately, wasted medicine on the dying woman, avoided killing Cole's raiders? I am genuinely curious about your take. If this story made you think, made you question your own survival philosophy, or just entertained you during your day, hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people discover these stories. And subscribe if you want more post-apocalyptic tales that explore the gray areas of survival. Not every protagonist needs to be a noble hero. Sometimes the most interesting characters are the pragmatists who survive by making the hard calls. One more for the comments. Do you think Brennan lost his humanity along the way, or did he preserve it by protecting his family at any cost? Thanks for listening. This is the end of Brennan Cross's story, the pragmatist who survived by being neither hero nor villain. Just effective. Until next time. Stay sharp, stay calculated, and stay alive.